not knowing when I would turn. I've spent a considerable amount of time in my room reading books. I consumed them as much as I could until at last I turned into a vampire. The sensation was phenomenal. At first, it burned like hell, hurt a lot. But after a few moments, all the pain disappeared. And not just the pain of the burn, all the pain you could imagine, just gone. It was as if my mind was cleared, and I've never thought clearer before. I felt young, fresh, rejuvenated even. Then I went to Feralda to talk to her about destruction spells, specifically destruction spells that vampires use. She said she didn't have much knowledge about it herself, but with her help and a few more books, I was able to figure out how to use the vampiric drain spell. Not only that, if I focus myself, I can see in the dark, as well as not feeling the cold as much anymore. I've asked a few of the other apprentices to try out some spells on me, to see just what would affect me in what way, and it appears I am more frost resistant than before, but less fire resistant than before. However, being a Dunmer, this is sort of negated, so I now have a fire resistance as any other race would have, because I'm naturally fire resistant based on being a Dunmer. I've also spent some time talking with Druis, the illusion master, who said he would teach me illusion magic, but only if I paid him for it. In fact, all of the faculty teachers here are more like private tutors, which you have to pay if you want to learn anything. It is not really an open school. You're free to experiment as much as you want, but if you want to be taught, you have to pay for private lessons. I suppose that's a good system in itself. However, I currently have no way of achieving any income at all, because I cannot really leave these castle walls. After all, I am pretty sure that the mortals will realize that I'm a vampire just speaking to me, so until I've mastered some illusion spells to mask my appearance, I'm confined here, unless I find a way to sneak around. And I may just do that. I may have to leave, sneak around a bit, and see if I can find any alchemy ingredients. Because Drews, he actually taught me a few recipes that might be useful to me. I've had to promise him a few things in return, but those promises should be easy enough to keep. For now, I need to figure out what to do. There's only one more thing that I'm curious about, and that is, how much does it hurt to step out into the sunlight? Damn. That's pretty painful. I don't want to know what happens if I stand out there for too long. So, I'll stay right here. And I suppose this is as good a time as any to use these alchemy recipes that I got taught by Druids. No, it's over here. Alright, what did he say? Canis root, Dimstol, and Nernroot. That's all he mentioned from the things that are around here. Well, he did also mention vampire dust and Corsax. These, specifically, together with Nernroot, he said, make invisibility potions. And then, he said, Canis root and Imstool make paralysis poison. These also make paralysis poison, but I don't have any of the Imstol and Canis root left. Now, I have no memory of him mentioning any of these other things. He was a little unclear in his explanation, but oh well. Maybe at some point I'll just try out a few things on my own. For now, I should just get my hands on any resources I can. Like these soldiers. Since I can't really go out to make any money, I will need to keep my resources, well, to myself and use them really wisely. Now, I gotta kill a little bit more time before it's evening. But there isn't really anything left to do. Man, if I had known it's this boring to be a vampire, I probably wouldn't have done it in the first place. Right. I'll just wait around until the sun sets. Perhaps I'll just have a conversation with Feralda. Alright, thank you very much.
Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
That much is true. Now, I'm pretty sure the sun must have set by now. Alright. And I feel fine. This is a bit inconvenient, but I'll just have to work around it. For now, let me just take... There. Vampire dust. I was given that. And there is also a soul gem here. I probably don't need to really carry around everything, though. I should put my alchemy ingredients away, too. This wardrobe seems fine. Actually, let's take out the Korzag and vampire dust. I want to make another potion. Also, let me just put on as much clothing as I can. Just to keep my skin from being too exposed.
I think you might have a moment to look at something for me.
Alright, let's go. One more potion. And then I'll have to find something else to do. It's not tiring at all to run. So I might as well run most of the time. There. Let's see if Dervin was right. Huh. Would you look at that? He was right. That Besides that, now, it's not that late yet. Perhaps I could have another conversation. Thank you, once again. Feralda really is a wise elf. The conversations with her are very interesting. Maybe at some point I gotta have her teach me some destruction magic. Now then, what should I do with my time? I suppose now's as good a time as any to test my night vision. Yeah. Got my potions, if I need them. And I'll just head through town. Well, not directly through town. I don't want to risk exposure. However, I'm going to just go through the abandoned part of town, seeing if I can find some isolated human.
Yeah!
No one should be around here. Just a horse. Yep. Not that way. Alright, let's just climb over these rocks and then drop down here. No, I can't seem to find any isolated humans. Well, they're probably all asleep, you dumbass. That means the only people awake right now are the guards. And I don't want to run into them. That would be dangerous. There they are. Let me strain my eye just a bit. Wow. It's almost as if I can detect their life source from here. Well, I might as well explore a bit. See if there's any, well, wolves or goats or anything, but I can level up my destruction magic on. Wow, wait, actually there's someone there. Right there. I can feel their heart pumping. I'm also getting really hungry right now. Let's see if she will be afraid of me. Hello. Might I ask you a few questions?
Huh?
No, it appears she's afraid of me. Well, that confirms my suspicion. They can tell. They can tell I'm dead. Even though most of my face is covered, most of my body is covered. The living can always tell the dead apart. Well then. Let's just try to get past these guards again. Through the abandoned part of town. That seems the best way. There's a goat. There are two goats, but I don't want to make a ruckus in here. Now, where are those guards? I lost track of them. That's not good. This distance should be fine. Oh, he's right there. Oh, he's looking for me. Wow, that was close. Let's go through here. And I also feel really, really thirsty right now. He noticed me. Damn it. Run, run. Damn. Alright. Seems the college is in a bit of an uproar now, too. Where'd he run off to? There. Huh. Well, I suppose it's fine. I think the guard didn't exactly see that I was a vampire. I was just a suspicious person who was awake during this time. Well then, what am I going to do about this hunger that I feel? Trying to describe it is like trying to describe how it feels for an eagle to soar. It is unlike being thirsty or hungry. Just imagine all of your blood being so cold, it almost feels like it stopped moving. That's how I feel right now. And my throat just feels so tight. And I just crave blood. This is bad. If I go on any more days like this, I will probably not be able to control myself. Wouldn't it be better to do it right away now that I still feel control? Yeah, I think that's sensible. And if we're thinking about victims, there's only one that comes to mind. Veralda. I've had the hots for that elf ever since joining the college. And I just can't get her out of my mind. Just look at how healthy she looks. I just want to sink my teeth into that flesh and drink. That felt so good. Now I feel better. And also, what was that vision? Yeah, That must be it. That must be Feralda's secret. If I remember right, then right over here. Yes, it's here. Huh. Perhaps that is where she keeps her research notes. I suppose I could go grab them. Now that I know. This actually might come handy. I should probably do this on a few others to get a few more visions and learn a few things. Who would be worth fighting? Who would have knowledge that I seek? Druis. That's an easy answer. Now, where do you hide your deepest thoughts? What is it you most desire? Or what are your secrets? I wonder just what kind of visions I get. Nothing. Well, perhaps it doesn't work all the time. But I do feel much better now. Not as hungry anymore. So, let me go and pick up whatever Ferala has hidden down here. I wonder what I'll find down here. It's an ominous place, but I do know the way based on the vision that I had. What's this? Canis root. Wow. Really seems like my senses have gotten a lot sharper. I don't think I ever would have noticed that laying there in my old circumstances. There's some more mushrooms. Maybe I'll find a use for them. Huh. And I also see something over here. A ruby. Well, that's interesting. How did that get here? Well, never mind. What's this? A blessed dagger. Interesting. I guess that didn't really help you out. But why did he have it on him? Does that mean there's undead down here? Probably. I can see fine without it, but let's still just take a torch. True enough, this place might have undead, but I didn't see any in the vision, so... It must be right down here. left some salt here. And what of those? Dead bugs. Might come in handy. Now I don't know what's through there, but I saw this in my vision when I bit Feralda and drank her blood. Just what is this? Perhaps I'll learn a bit more about it if I take a look at her research notes. There are her notes. Damn, I can't read any of this. Well, perhaps Nurja will be able to read it. There's another ruby. Fire salts. And what's this? Is this also Feralda's? I'll just take it. What's this note? A rune book. A troll skull, a black soul gem, and an emerald. I think I saw a troll skull up in the enchantment room. That's what those synod mages put in the offering box. It conjured up a spell tome. By offering box, they probably mean this. So this is a conjuration device. Probably very dangerous. But I might try out this recipe. And there seems to be a manual here too. Let's look. Nephew, I apologize that I cannot see you personally before you leave. The trip from Sadrith Mora is treacherous this season. I would have visited upon hearing the news. The Nords have a fine college at Winterhold, and I am sure you will excel. You may know that I, too, attended there. I was quite the conjuration adept in my own day. I am sending you my notes on something called the Atronach Forge. A bit of a project of mine while at Winterhold. Mention nothing to the faculty, but ask your fellow pupils about a place called the Midden. You will find a forge there. I fear a number of my notes are missing, scattered and lost in my travels around Skyrim. Perhaps you may stumble across those in your own adventures. The Atronach Forge offers few clues as to who built it, and even fewer as to how to unlock its full potential. Only through blind experimentation and few singed eyebrows I have been able to understand its function. The forge is mostly a large dais, almost crude of make, but emblazoned with the tradition Daedric conjuration rune. An offering box is attached as well as a prominent lever. The dais also features a large setting which seems to receive some large spherical object. I have no luck determining what this missing object might be, however, or what effect it may have on the efficiency of the forge. The forge is activated by placing certain items into the offering box and then pulling the lever. The forge consumes the item and conjures something upon the dais. The conjuration can be predicted reliably if appropriate items are left in the box, but many combinations either have no effect or catastrophic reactions. Once I conjured a wild gold. Well, most of the gold at least. Experimenting wildly with the forge is dangerous. I've recorded such recipes as I have discovered on the following pages. The simplest yet most hazardous stable recipe is that for summoning Atronach. The conjured brutes will attack the first thing they see. However, be ready for battle if you have reason to use these recipes. Flame Atronachs, Frost Atronachs, and Storm Atronachs. Right, If I ever need to, then I will use it. But I doubt I'll ever have any reason to summon these. Well, perhaps for practice. There also seems to be some ore up here. I don't have any use for that, so I'll just leave that there. Right. Perhaps I will come across a few of these recipes. Maybe there's something useful. For now, though, there's one thing I gotta ask the enchantment master. Just what is a black soul gem? Because it's used in the recipe. There's one more of these books, and another. Let's just pick them up. And now it's time to go back. I don't really feel like exploring this place anymore. There doesn't seem to be any merit in doing so. And I ought to get back to my room before the sun comes up. So let me just hurry a little bit. Wait, this is not the right way. No. I came from here. I don't know where that other letter goes to, but I don't really want to chance. Right. Here we go. Right back to the Hall of Countenance. Everybody's still asleep. Let me see if I can get back to my room. Yeah, it's still pretty dark. Ominous almost. I like it. Phew. Well, I've learned a lot today. Mortals can tell that I'm a vampire at first glance. The guards don't like people roaming around at night. The sun hurts like a bitch. And Feralda has been up to something that I can't read. Well, either way, I should rest a bit. Not that I desperately need it, but it sure doesn't hurt to get some rest.